Yeah, so Anthem, it's a fun game, but it's got some problems, guys. Yeah, so this is an SLI bug you're looking at. So if you're playing on PC and you've got dual graphics cards, this happens to everybody's face. I mean, I think his face needs an update. But you turn SLI off, and that's gone. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. All right then, well, let's keep the theme of bugs going because this is another lovely bug for the Anthem VIP demo, which remember, guys, you have to pay, or you have to pre-order the game to get access to this unless you can get a code by scrounging one up on the internet, I suppose. So you'd expect to be able to play this, wouldn't you? But, oh well, EA and BioWare have decided to say, well, the servers are really not good enough for this at the moment, so you get loads of disconnects, you get loads of lag, you get loads of weird bugs. This I mean, you probably think, well, it's Sty. I'm just looking at a screen here. What the hell's going on? Well, you can see the loading bar. It just gets stuck at 90%. This happens literally all the time. The fix for this is to quit the game and Origin and then come back. All right. This might be considered a bit of a spoiler. This is the end of the demo. Only I've no idea what actually happened at the end of the demo. It's actually still playing, guys, right? This is what happened to me. This happened twice, right? The first time it happened, I quit the game because I'm like, what is going on? Surely it's going to show me that, you know, the resolution of this quest I was just on to help this chap out. Unfortunately, it didn't. And I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Do I quit the game again? I'm not really sure. There's no UI. What the hell? Like, in terms of bugs, this is really, really weird and pretty funny considering it's like supposed to be the end of the, you know, of the demo mission arc, and I've got no idea what actually happened. Did we save this guy? Does this guy stay like this? Who knows, ladies and gentlemen? But yeah, so currently I'm sitting here with, you know, my finger up my bum, going, well, what the hell do I do? Maybe if I hold down F or E, or escape even, it might actually throw me out of this. Maybe I can carry on because basically I'm stuck, right? I can't actually play the game here. When I load back in, this is the progression I'm at. I have to go and talk to this guy, so I can't. So there, you can see. I held escape, and this comes up. Thanks for playing. You completed your missions and helped Matthias, and thanks for playing. I'm like, what? I literally have no idea what I've just done. It's just like, well, thank you. Now you may go off and do the stronghold and go and do the free play. And I'm just like, what? I mean, are these guys even meant to be like this anymore? I mean, a bit of a spoiler. I think you're supposed to put this guy back together. But did it work? Did it not? Did the game just bug out? I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right. So after finishing the mission thing, I was like, you know what, actually, let's get myself a new Javelin, the big bad Colossus, and let's go into free play. Now, you're probably noticing something's happening here. So this is like the expedition sort of exploration mode. You just go to a zone, you fly around, random public events start, and you can join in on them and all of that lovely jazz with other people. Although you will notice that I am rubber banding like crazy. This is unplayable. This is absolutely unplayable. In fact, I've not even been able to take part in one of these free play expeditions at all. Sometimes people have been telling me, some of my friends that have been playing, it does work sometimes, other times it doesn't. Now, I have got to say, the other types of expeditions like the strongholds and the story missions, once I got into those, they never lag. The problem is actually getting into them. And there's all kinds of other bugs as well. There's connection issues where people just can't even connect to the game. You get randomly dropped from the game. There's loads of things. Now, there's probably people out there going, well, Sty, you know, this is a beta. It's not, guys. This isn't a beta. This is a demo that to get access to, you have to pay for the pre-order. So it's almost like, hey, come and play the game early. Oh, by the way, the game's a mess. But the question is the game a mess? I mean, look at that. Look at the rubber banding. Is it really all lost hope? Because up until now in the video, we've got to be honest, we've been a bit negative, haven't we? I just wanted to show you guys all of the buggy issues that I've personally come across after playing this demo for about, I think I've played it for about 13 hours now. So I think I've got a pretty good handle on where it's going. All right, let's take a look at some other stuff. So this is Tarsus, and these are the NPCs. What is this NPC doing? It stares at those jugs forever, right? It is just dead. It is so dead. Now, the devs have said there is going to be a lovely like community area where 16 of your chums can get together and it'll be beautiful. But I was expecting this to be like, you know, the one from Destiny where you see people running around and you just see nobody. It's literally just a private instance, and it's so disconcerting. Listen as well. There is no chat. these people do not talk to each other. Obviously, he's putting that thing through his shoulder, which isn't great, which leads me to believe this game probably needed like another 6 or 12 months of development time, probably, if the bugs weren't anything to go by. All right, so this area is like the bizarre kind of area where you go to get your javelin and start the missions. Number 1, you can't sprint. And actually, you can sprint, but it's like a 2% speed increase. This is mind-numbingly stupid because you get bored of this place literally the first time you go through it. Also, listen again. Nobody is talking. What is going on? What I will say, though, is this isn't the Mass Effect Andromeda syndrome of terrible facial animation, because the facial animations are pretty good in this. Obviously not from that guy, because he's got a javelin on. But it's all mocap, so it all looks real. It's not, you know, some dodgy algorithm that's kind of done it. But, I mean, graphically, it's impressive. You'd expect that because it's Frostbite. Does it feel a bit sterile? I think it does. You know, this is supposed to be a futuristic, crazy world, but it's all a little bit kind of generic in the way all the scenery is kind of done. It's not really like, wow, it doesn't really blow your mind. Looks awesome, though. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can see, I'm actually running the game on high here, so you can run it on ultra, but I was running on high just for stability because obviously there was problems with SLI, and I just didn't want the game to keep crashing because that's not great. So, yeah, it looks nice, right? It looks nice, but it's just empty and dead. Now, I've got another problem with the game, right? Before we get onto the good stuff, we still aren't on the good stuff yet. You see that purple thing there? That is the clue to solving a puzzle. In this area, you have to put the gates to the corresponding colour of whatever the clue is, right? So I've worked this out. However, the person with me has not worked this out. So he was flying around and changing all of the seals to the colours that they shouldn't be. This is not good. How could I talk to this person, you might ask? Well, that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You can't actually talk to them with text chat on PC. I cannot talk to this person. There is no VoIP, I believe. I could not talk to him. So even if I've worked something out, how the hell do I communicate this to the guy who's with me? It's so surreal. Like, it's weird. Why there's no text chat in the PC game is kind of beyond me. Now, this puzzle is really crap as well. It was... honestly, it was annoying. You know, it's one of those ones where you sort it, you kind of work it out, and then you're annoyed. You're like, well, okay, oh, it was just so simple. Like, there is a light effect by each of these gates, and that's the way you have to colour the gate so you can get access to the relic. So if you look as I'm moving towards this one here, can you see I'm looking around? I'm like, oh, there's a little bit of a yellow glow. Can you see the yellow glow? It's like, whoa, it's yellow. It's a yellowy glow. Okay, it's a bit random, isn't it? Yellow. So this must be yellow. It's not a very good puzzle. It's a bit boring, and it's like, okay, great. But you see, does it? You probably caught sight of the guy who was actually with me as well. Maybe he left, actually. I don't know. Maybe I even cut him out of this video because I was in this area for about, well, I don't know, probably about 25 minutes trying to work this out because I was like, what is going on? But it's one of those simple puzzles that's not even really... You don't even feel like, wow, I've solved the puzzle. It's like, oh, that was annoying. Okay, let's talk about customization because it's actually pretty nice in this game. So there's loads of like appearance customization stuff you can do, which I'll show you in a second, but you can change the loadout of your javelin. So as of the recording of this bit, I had 2 javelins. So I had the Colossus and the Ranger, which it gives you at the start. So the Colossus is like the tank javelin, and my idea here is, okay, I'm going to create a new loadout. It's going to be called Sty Tank, and this will be like the super tanky tank version of the tank where I'll just use all of the defensive abilities and weapons and whatnot I can get for this. Now, obviously, I don't have a lot of items right now, so I can't do like a completely crazy build for that, but this is cool because it means that in the future, you'll be able to make different kinds of each javelin, which will be really cool. So I don't have a heavy assault launcher in my inventory, but I do have a autocannon. Now, I picked the autocannon up while I was playing on the Ranger. So the loot isn't dependent on what javelin you're using. You just get loot like for every class or every javelin. Now, this is like Warframe where you can just pick a new Warframe and jump into it. It's not like, I guess, Destiny where like if you're playing a Titan, you can't just go and play a Warlock. At least I don't think you can. So you can't do that. But it's cool because you can have all the javelins, right? Which is pretty good because you can change what your play style if you're not feeling like playing the tanky one. Maybe play a fast one, whatever. So you can see all the loot that I've got here. I'm going through. I'm deciding for a backup weapon, which I think I go for the grenade launcher because the Colossus, like, you're kind of up close and personal. You want to do a load of like splash damage, loads of AoE damage, all of that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's cool, whatever. You get support gear. Now the support gear is this is class-specific stuff, or I guess suit-specific. Battle Cry there is a taunt. This forces things to attack the Colossus, which is really cool, because you can make like the big, hard-hitting enemies attack you, and then you use your defensive abilities. Now, this here is the iconic component, and these are like straight-up buffs. They're like talents, I guess, from World of Warcraft, to use a very crappy like example. But I think I go for the shield reinforcement here, because this guy has a massive shield, so obviously give it more shield, more tankiness, let's do it. But I could have had more armor, I guess, if I wanted to play with more armor or whatever. Also, as well, you can see like all of this other stuff here unlocks at various levels, but you can only get to level 15 in the closed. I was going to say closed beta. This isn't a closed beta. This is just a demo. So it kind of got me. And like I said, it's a pay-for-access demo. That doesn't really work. So what's going to happen when the game goes live, ladies and gentlemen? And yeah, or in fact, next weekend when it's just absolutely rammed in the open demo. Oh god. Anyway, the Ironclad Torso. So these are cosmetics, but they're rare cosmetics. Now, for the purpose of the demo, everything is cheaper to buy, I believe. So they only cost 25 of the coin, which must be a premium currency, which so you're gonna have to shell out and, well, buy that. Or you can probably get it as well through doing various in-game stuff, but I'd imagine, you know, it's EA and probably at some point be able to just buy it with money, probably. But hey, they look pretty cool. It's made that, you know, the Colossus look way more tanky than it was. So, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing you can do, which is actually really cool, is you can change the material and you can change the color of your javelins. And this doesn't seem to cost any currency. You can just do it at will. Whether it's like this when the game goes live, I don't know, but in the demo, you can just pick whatever color schemes you like. So this is pretty cool to me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a nice unit loss blue. Going to get like a nice blue and a white color. You get to choose the material, then you get to choose the paint. One little annoying thing is because it's like a console-ified UI, it's a bit weird to get to the certain different colors back on the other menu screen. I'll show you guys in a second. But it's cool because you can make your own custom color. So I make a nice, fairly unit losty blue color there, and I'm happy with that. And I go back. Yeah, you see on this screen here, you've got the color on the right hand side and the material on the left. You have to click on the color to access the color panel and click on the material to access the material. But I just thought it was one button. So to begin with, I was clicking on it like, where's the paint? Can't I change the color? I know I can change the color because I've seen pink mechs. Where's the pink? Give me the crazy pink. And then I'm like, oh yeah. And then I've worked out how it was done. So cool. You can change the color of your stuff. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Now, you also get victory poses and emotes, and if you're a fan of Overwatch, you probably are if you're watching this video, considering the channel it's on. These are fine. I mean, one thing that made me laugh, look how the UI covers up the actual animation, so you don't really get to see it very clear. Now, I know this is the Colossus and it's a big mech, and that's probably why, but this is what I thought was pretty funny. It's like, oh, check out my new gear. Oh, actually, I can't really I can't really see half of it because it's all off the screen or obscured by UI elements. Now, again, these cost 25. I think it's just a demo thing. They're probably going to cost more when the game comes out. I mean, it's EA, right? They like money. I mean, well, hell, Blizzard like money. They all like money these days. It's just a sad state of things. Anyway, yeah, so you get an arrival animation. This is when you go into the game. So when you select like the mission or whatever you're going on, and it puts you into the lobby and you go into the game, I think I go for the ground pound. Yeah, the big slam. So at the start, I slam in. It's like, wow, I'm so cool. Do a little thing like let's go, and then pop my hood down, and then we go. Pretty cool. So what about types of expeditions? All right, so this is the screen you get after you jump into the javelin. So you're in the base, you get in your javelin. It's like, okay, let's go. So the first thing you can do is you can stick a consumable on your suit for the mission. And these do various things. So you can see shield inscription, that's going to give me more shield. Heat, gear inscription, you know, they'd all do like kind of minor little buffs. I can see there being things like maybe an XP one here and stuff like that. Typical kind of thing you'd see going on. It's kind of okay. It's nice. You run a nice little sort of inscription to give yourself a little boost. It's fine. It's all jazzy, and I don't really have much of an issue with that. You can also equip them, well, craft them. As you can see, I crafted one there because I had the uncommon material for it, which you get from destroying weapons and from on the free play mode, and just from doing missions. There's like random collectibles all over the place, and so yeah, I equip it, and that's pretty much what you've got there. Now, you can see the other ones are locked at level 20 and level 30, so I don't have access to them just yet. And again, you can see me having a problem with the UI. It's really weird. Like, I hate the long press to activate something. I just want to click on it, and it just go, okay, that's fine. But that's like the console Destiny kind of vibe thing going on. Anyway, Types of missions. So Tyrant Mine, the purple thing, that's a stronghold. Free play, that's just kind of run around an area. There'll be public missions you can do, which I showed you guys earlier on in the video. It's just unplayable at the moment, but I'm sure that they're pretty fun if they work. You get difficulty. Now I've been playing on hard because I'm not a bitch, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to play on normal. The other ones are locked. I don't think you can get to level 30 in the demo. So they're probably off limits. And there you go. And you basically click start. You wait to launch the expedition and hope that it doesn't hang on the loading screen. And it will just put you into a random instance. And it's fine. I mean, when it works, it works. But if a lot of the time it just hangs, and that's kind of not great. So, what do I like about this game? You've just sat here and watched literally, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes of me telling you everything about the demo so far. The gameplay is actually really cool. Like, you do feel like Tony Stark. Honestly, I feel like Iron Man. I'm flying around. It feels so smooth. I'm swapping all the weapons. It seems fun while I'm playing it. And I'm actually enjoying myself, right? I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's okay. The problem I've got with this, though, is it's in this weird middle ground between Destiny and Warframe. And I guess the question is it better than either of those? I don't know. Like, the problem is it's going into an arena with two games that have got a hell of a lot of content. And this game is going to live or die by its content. If it doesn't have enough content, well, you're just going to play it for a week and then never play it again. And I think, honestly, it's in real danger of that happening. I hope it doesn't happen, because I want to see more games like this. I've always... you know, I was one of those guys where when Destiny came out on PS4, I was a little bit miffed because I played it on PS4. I don't generally play on console that often. I'd love an FPS game like that on PC. So when Destiny 2 came out, I was like, hey, you know, this is kind of cool. This is fine. This is what I wanted. But it didn't really click with me still. And there's still this gap. I've played a lot of Warframe. Warframe I really enjoy. Warframe is super grindy, though. That's the only negative I've got with that. But the combat in Warframe is super slick. This, is it as slick as Warframe? I don't know. It's different. It seems more fluid than Destiny, I've got to be honest. And I've just been enjoying myself. This is the Swarm Tyrant mission. This is the Stronghold mission. And you can see, like, you know, the bosses have got weak points. I'm sniping away. It's crazy, like, exposed brain at the back. And, you know, it's fun. It is fun. But I don't know whether this is going to be a long-term game. That's the problem, guys. If you guys have played this, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I've enjoyed my time with it. I am going to play some more, but I don't know, like, when this game comes out, if it doesn't have enough content, if it doesn't have enough to do, you will quickly drop this, because there are so many other options out there to play. It needs to be just completely next level, honestly. And will it do that? I don't know. Based off what I've seen so far, it's got some nice mechanics. The way the javelins fly, the way the javelins have got different abilities, where you, like this, the Hunter, for example, can do like an evade move when it's flying through the air. Things like you overheat, so to look after the heat mechanic, you want to fly down riverbeds over the water, because the spray from the water cools your jets. So there's all kinds of cool little things like that, and I think it is cool, and there seems to be a massive potential for loads of different builds. So, I mean, you could honestly go crazy, but then there's the age-old issue of there's probably one build which is super good. Weapons all seem to be random drops as well, so, you know, you endlessly grind for loot, which is what this is about. I mean, I guess you could throw Diablo 3 into the mix here and go, well, it's pretty similar to Diablo in the way that you just sort of grinding for loot, and you are. It's just a loot shooter. Alright, guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I have enjoyed this, but what I've tried to do is make a video covering all of my thoughts on this, not just make some stupid meme video and go, oh, look at this, the game's broke. When the game isn't actually broke, it's got its problems. Will they be able to fix this by launch? I don't know. Alright, guys, I'm Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. It has changed from @UnitLostGaming, so that's beautiful. And follow me on Instagram, which is @Stylosa as well, guys. Alright, I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.